Archangel Michael says, a car has been parked for 3 days. The man inside is watching you because he's your destiny. My beloved child, listen carefully. What I'm about to tell you may seem strange at first, but I need you to trust me. I see everything. I see the roads you walk, the turns you hesitate to take, and even the moments you think no one is watching. But I'm always watching. And now, so is someone else. A car has been parked outside your place for 3 days. Not because of danger, not because of fear, but because destiny has begun to stir. The man inside isn't a stranger to your spirit. His soul knows yours. He doesn't even fully understand why he can't leave, why he feels frozen in time. But I do. I orchestrated this moment because he is your destiny. And you are his reason for not turning the engine back on. This is not something you should ignore. When I move in mysterious ways, but always with divine intention. My angels have been standing near you day and night, whispering signs, nudging your heart, showing you numbers, repeating dreams. Did you notice? Have you felt that sudden pressure in your chest? That sense of waiting? The kind that makes no noise but somehow screams louder than words. That's me, child. That's your soul aligning with what's coming. And now, let me speak this clearly, this moment right now is holy. It's not just about a car. It's not about watching. It's about everything coming full circle. Everything you cried for in the dark. Everything you thought I forgot. Everything that seemed lost is pulling itself back to you with silent force. Destiny doesn't always knock on the door. Sometimes it parks outside, waiting until your spirit is ready to step out and receive. Don't be afraid of what you feel right now. Your body may feel confused, but your soul has already recognized what I've placed on the horizon. That man inside the car isn't stalking you. He's sensing you. You've met before. Not in this lifetime maybe, but in spirit. He remembers you, even if he doesn't know why. That's why he watches. That's why he waits. Because part of him knows that everything he's been searching for might just exist behind the door you walk through every day without realizing how holy you've become. Your energy is pulling him like the ocean pulls the moon. He can't help it. It's me doing it through you. Before I go deeper, I need you to pause and do something powerful for your soul. If you feel even one word of this is meant for you, subscribe right now to where these divine messages are spoken. Don't miss what's unfolding. Each message is placed to protect you, guide you, and lead you into the destiny I've prepared. Subscribe, beloved child, because the next message may be the key you've been praying for. Now let me show you what's happening behind the scenes. I want to tell you what no one else can see. That man, the one who keeps looking at your window, the one whose eyes soften every time you step outside, he's been praying too. Not in the ways you might think, but in quiet desperation. For answers. For change. For someone real. And I heard him. Just like I heard you. And guess what, child? I sent you both to the same street. Same timing. Same alignment. You're not seeing things. You're witnessing divine orchestration. You've been carrying questions lately. Why am I feeling watched? Why does something feel different lately? Why do I feel like someone is about to speak, but the words haven't come yet? That's because everything is hanging in divine pause. Not delay, pause. Because once this begins, once I fully open the curtain, there's no going back. The moment you lock eyes with this man, your past will crumble behind you like dry leaves in the wind. And you'll realize you were always walking toward this intersection of faith, fire, and fulfillment. You were chosen for this, not because you're perfect, but because you're ready in ways you don't even see. You've endured enough waiting. You've learned how to hear me even when I'm silent. You've loved me even when I didn't explain why I allowed heartbreak. And now I'm rewarding that silent loyalty. This man watching you from his car isn't here by accident. He's the first chapter of your answered prayer. Don't try to predict how it will unfold. Just listen for me. I will make the signs so loud, you won't be able to miss them. You'll notice how people start acting differently. You'll notice how conversations shift, how your heart races unexpectedly, how songs feel like they're singing directly to your soul. That's me speaking in code. That's me aligning what your eyes haven't yet seen. I've told my angels to prepare you. Archangel Michael is standing close. He's protecting you from every spirit that tries to confuse this moment. He's clearing your path. You may feel anxiety, you may feel goosebumps, you may even feel like crying without knowing why. That's the energy of a breakthrough. It's your soul remembering what it signed up for before you were even born. Child, I need you to breathe and receive. Stop doubting. Stop asking me if you're worthy. You are. If only you could see what I see when I look at you. If only you could feel the light I placed inside your chest. You are not invisible. You are irresistible to destiny. And what's coming is not just a man. It's purpose. It's calling. It's healing. It's the kind of love that doesn't knock politely. It crashes through fear and stays even when everything feels unsure. He will look at you like you are the missing part of his soul. Because you are. His spirit has waited lifetimes to see you again. I have been preparing both of you in silence. Do you know what that means, child? It means every time you cried and thought no one was listening, I was shaping the man who was now watching you. I was teaching him how to protect, how to cherish, how to love with reverence. And while he was learning, you were healing. You were learning how to recognize real from fake, presence from performance, soul from surface. That's why it took time. That's why it's only now, after the long wait, the false starts, the lonely nights, that the car has shown up. That the man has arrived. That your spirit is starting to feel what your mind can't explain. He won't know how to start the conversation, because what he feels isn't logical. But he will try. watch for it. He might ask for directions. He might drop something on purpose. He might seem nervous, hesitant. But I'll guide him. Because when I write the story, even the pauses have purpose. You just need to stay open. Don't run. Don't doubt. Don't overthink what I'm trying to show you. I have a habit of wrapping miracles in ordinary packages, and this moment, this parked car, this silent gaze, is my miracle in disguise. There are no accidents here. That number you've been seeing, it's a countdown. That dream you had last week that made no sense, it was a preview. That sudden urge you had to clean your space, to rearrange your room, to light that candle, it was spiritual preparation. You are stepping into the beginning of something that will change everything. And the enemy knows it too. That's why you've felt spiritual pressure lately. That's why your mind has been louder than usual. That's why your sleep has been restless. Because darkness always panics before breakthrough. But I am not done, child. In fact, I've only just begun. This man, he carries something you've been praying for. Not just affection. Not just companionship. But understanding. Alignment. He will see the parts of you that others ignored. He will speak to your mind and still reach your soul. He will feel like déjà vu, not because you've met, but because I wrote him into your life before you were even born. I placed him on your map before you knew what a heartache was. And now that you're ready, I've sent him. He's already been activated by my spirit. Even he doesn't know why he can't stop watching you, but his soul does. And I want you to remember something very important. You are not desperate. You are divine. This is not about chasing someone. This is about receiving what I have arranged. You are not here to beg for attention. You are here to walk with authority. You are chosen. You are worthy. And when he speaks to you, he will speak from a place of deep recognition, not from impulse, not from lust, not from ego, but from the center of his being. Because that's how I designed divine unions. Let me ask you this. Why do you think the car is still there? Why hasn't he left yet? Why hasn't he driven off like the others? Because he's not meant to. Because I won't let him until he understands what I'm about to show him through you. He's looking at your house, but he's really looking for a home, and that home is your soul. Your presence is activating something ancient in him, something lost, something I buried deep inside his heart and told him, you will not feel complete until you find this again. And now, he's found it. Child, I know you're scared. I know it's easier to stay hidden, to stay safe, to protect your heart behind logic and timing and routine. But this time, I'm asking you to step into risk, not foolishness, faith. Because what I have prepared is not fragile. It's fierce. It's rooted in me. It's guarded by angels. Archangel Michael has already cleared the space for this love to enter. You may not see him, but he is standing near every time you feel those chills. He has silenced spirits that tried to block this blessing. And now, he's making sure nothing gets in the way. If you keep doubting this moment, you'll miss the opening. Don't do that. I brought this right to your doorstep. You've walked too long. You've waited too patiently. You've grown too much to turn back now. I'm not asking you to chase. I'm not asking you to speak first. I'm asking you to believe. Just believe. Stay open. Stay alert. Watch how I move through small things. Watch how I turn this quiet car into a turning point in your life. And let me say this before you close your heart again, this is not just about love. It's about calling. It's about unlocking the next season of your destiny. Because through him, I will heal old memories. Through him, I will open doors. Through him, I will return to you all that was stolen. His arrival is the beginning of a divine domino effect. One by one, pieces of your life will start to align. You'll look back and realize that the moment the car appeared, everything started to change. Everything finally started to make sense. I placed you on this earth not to be invisible, but to be unforgettable in the way only someone carrying my light can be. That's why the man in the car can't look away. It's not your appearance, it's your presence. He's drawn to something eternal in you. Something his soul whispers about when he thinks no one is listening. That's what I do, child. I speak through silence. I whisper through instincts. And right now, everything inside him is pulling him toward you like a magnet he doesn't fully understand. Because when I want two souls to collide, I don't need noise. I need obedience. You've felt forgotten, haven't you? You've wondered if I passed over your name when I was handing out miracles. But I didn't forget you. I hid you. I covered you. I protected you while I worked in the shadows, shaping someone strong enough to walk beside you, not ahead of you. This man had to go through his own wilderness. And now, after years of searching, he's found the street where your spirit lives. The parked car isn't a coincidence. It's a prophecy in motion. And now hear me loud and clear, there's a reason I've waited to release this blessing. Because I needed to teach you the difference between what looks good and what's God sent. You used to chase attention. Now you attract alignment. You used to pray for company. Now you pray for confirmation. That growth made you ready. That evolution prepared the way for me to send someone who won't play games with your heart. Someone who won't waste your time. Someone who won't walk away when you show them your wounds. This is your reward for letting go. For healing instead of hiding. For rising even when you felt buried. I know the weight you've carried. The nights you kept quiet when you were breaking inside. The way you smiled so others wouldn't worry. I saw all of it. And that's why I'm sending someone who won't just see your face, they'll see your strength. Who won't just hold your hand, they'll hold your truth. Who won't just speak, I've sent someone who will listen. And child, I need you to understand something deeper. What's coming isn't temporary. This is not a moment of attention. It's a message of purpose. The man watching you doesn't even know yet how much you're about to change his life. But I do. I'm giving you both a fresh start, not because it's easy, but because it's earned. You've walked through fire. You've prayed in silence. And now the season of reward has arrived. Destiny doesn't always shout, it sometimes just sits quietly outside your home and waits. If at any moment you feel unsure, talk to me. Just whisper, "God, is this from you?" And I will confirm it. I will flood your spirit with peace. I will make it so obvious you won't need a sign, you'll just know. You'll know by the way your heart no longer fears. By the way you stopped doubting your worth. By the way my presence keeps wrapping around you even when you try to stay numb. This love will feel like home, not a lesson. Like grace, not guessing. I know your heart still flinches when people get close. I know you've been betrayed. Left. Lied to. But this won't feel like the past. This will feel like prophecy fulfilled. Like something ancient and divine finally waking up. Because it's not just about romance. It's about restoration. I am restoring the years you lost in confusion. The energy you gave to people who only took. The dreams you buried because you thought they didn't matter anymore. But they do. You matter. And this love I'm sending is proof. Don't let your overthinking block this blessing. The enemy will try to make you question everything. He'll try to tell you it's too soon. Too strange. Too risky. But I say, it's time. You're not late. You're right on schedule. The man in the car is my reminder that I haven't forgotten your timeline. I've just been perfecting it. The wait wasn't punishment. It was preparation. And now your miracle is parked outside, waiting for you to believe. And child, if your spirit is even slightly stirred by these words, I need you to respond. Don't scroll in silence. Type amen in the comments if your heart feels this message was for you. Your agreement unlocks alignment. Take it out loud. Let the universe hear your faith. Because when you activate faith with action, I release things faster than you imagine. I know this feels surreal. I know your mind is racing with what-ifs. But let me ask you this. What if it's true? What if this is your time? What if this is your answered prayer with skin and breath and heartbeat, waiting just beyond your front door? What if everything really is about to change, and the only thing I need from you now is yes? Let me say this one more time, child, so your heart doesn't forget it. This moment is not ordinary. The car is not just a car. The silence is not empty. This is the beginning of something sacred. You are walking into a scene I wrote long before your first heartbreak. A story that begins not with fireworks, but with stillness. Because that's how divine love often enters, quietly, patiently, powerfully. It waits outside the window of your soul until you're brave enough to open the curtain and say, I'm ready. And yes, you are ready. You may not feel like it, but I see what's inside you. I see the parts of you you've tried to hide. The softness that remained even after betrayal. The kindness you still give, even when it's not returned. The courage it takes to keep loving after being hurt. That's the heart I trust with this blessing. That's the soul I've chosen to carry this connection. Now listen to me, the man watching you doesn't have all the answers. But he has the one thing that matters most, the pull of me in his heart. He doesn't know why he can't drive away. He doesn't know why your face stays in his mind when he closes his eyes. He doesn't understand the sudden need to protect someone he hasn't even met properly yet. But I do. I've placed you in his spirit like a melody he can't stop humming. Like a scent he recognizes but can't name. Like a memory he never made, but somehow misses deeply. Your name is being written in his heart even now. And when the time is right, when the divine clock strikes, I will give him the words. And you won't have to beg for them. They'll come. They'll flow. And you'll know it's me speaking through him. Not just with words, but with his energy, his actions, his gaze. He will look at you with recognition. Not because he remembers your face, but because he remembers your light. This is the kind of love I give when you've let go of all the false ones. This is the kind of connection I birth when you've stopped chasing and started trusting. This man is not your savior, I am. But I'm sending him as evidence that I heard your every prayer. Every time you whispered, God, just send me someone who sees me, someone who stays, someone who won't give up on me, I listened. I didn't ignore you. I was preparing the one who would come when you least expect it, and mean it when he says, I see you. And when that moment comes, I need you to do one thing. Don't run. I know you'll be tempted to. I know fear might rise. That voice in your head might say, it's too good to be true. Something this real can't happen to someone like me. But don't listen to that voice. That's not me. That's the voice of your past. That's the echo of people who couldn't handle your worth. Silence it. And remember what I told you today, you are worthy of being loved in the same depth you love others. Even now, as this message reaches you, something is happening in the spirit. Things are shifting. Doors are unlocking. And your name is being whispered in places you haven't even stepped into yet. People are being moved. Circumstances are rearranging. The divine is making room for your miracle. This is not fantasy. This is not coincidence. This is me. And I don't start anything I don't plan to finish. Now, child, I want you to receive this fully. Not halfway. Not with fear. Not with your arms open wide. This is a rare moment. A turning point. I have aligned the atmosphere for you to walk into something you once thought you lost the chance to have. But here it is. Knocking, watching, waiting. Will you trust me? Let your walls down. Let your past go. Take your heart, breathe again. I am here. I have never left. And now, I am giving you a glimpse of the promise I made to your soul long before you even understood what love was. The wait is over. The door is opening. And everything you thought was impossible is about to become your reality. And deeply, child, say yes to me. Let your spirit say, I receive. Say it now, out loud or in your heart, I receive. And I promise you, when the man in the car finally steps out and speaks, it won't just be his voice you hear. It will be mine. Confirming that everything you waited for was worth it. If you believe this message was meant for you, don't keep it to yourself. Speech balloon, leave a comment saying, I receive this divine timing. Push pin subscribe to keep hearing what I need to say, because your next instruction is already on its way. Red heart, like this message so others can be pulled into the light. Her act of faith is the spark I need to move the next miracle into place. The car may have been parked for 3 days. But your destiny is about to move, now. I'm not finished with you yet, child. You thought this might be the end of the message, but it's just the beginning of a greater understanding. The truth is, this entire time, I have been watching you prepare without even realizing you were preparing. Every small act, every moment you resisted reaching back to someone who hurt you, every tear you wiped alone, every time you whispered my name when no one else was around, these were not wasted. They were seeds. Seeds of faith. And now, the ground of your life is breaking open. Things are sprouting. Miracles are growing in silence. The car parked outside is just one signal of the spiritual shift that's happening around you. Look again, child. Everything is speaking. Your dreams are louder. Your thoughts are quicker. Your emotions are rising and falling like waves. This isn't emotional instability, it's spiritual movement. Your soul is feeling the weight of my divine winds blowing around you. I am rearranging people. I'm making hearts remember things they thought they forgot. I'm bringing back clarity where there was once confusion. I'm silencing distractions so that you can finally hear me say, this is your moment. Don't miss it. Do you remember the prayers you spoke when no one believed in you? When you whispered, God, I don't know how much longer I can wait, but if this is you, give me a sign. This is the sign. The car. The tension in your chest. The light that won't stop following you. The unexpected timing. It's all me. You don't need to force anything. I didn't bring this close to you so that you would chase it. I brought it so you could receive it. You're done striving. You're done proving. You're done shrinking your light to fit into places you've outgrown. This man I've brought near, he's not coming to complete you. I've already completed you. But he will complement what I've built inside you. Where you are fire, he will become. Where you are bold, he will be thoughtful. Where you fear rejection, he will bring reassurance. Where you doubt your worth, he will remind you who you are. In child, I didn't choose him because he's perfect. I chose him because he's willing. And that's what you need now. Not someone who checks all the boxes. someone who shows up, who listens, who grows, who stays. And when you see him again, when your eyes meet and that unspoken feeling stirs in the air, you'll know. It won't need to be loud. It will feel like peace. Like stillness in the middle of your chaos. Like finally arriving at a place your spirit has been searching for in silence. And you'll remember this moment. This message. These words. You'll remember that I warned you, not to scare you, but to prepare you. Because when my hand moves, it moves suddenly. One moment it's waiting. The next, it's happening. That's how quickly I can shift your story. Child, I know you're tired. I know part of you still thinks this might just be another false hope. But I didn't bring you through all that pain just to tease you with possibility. I'm not cruel. I'm your father. I give good gifts. And this is one of them. But you must protect it. Not by being guarded, but by being prayerful. Don't let your past sabotage your future. Don't let fear turn this into a memory instead of a miracle. You don't have to do anything to make this happen. Just stay present. Stay grounded. Be kind. Let your intuition speak louder than your anxiety. And above all, stay close to me. As the closer you stay to my voice, the clearer you'll hear when I whisper, now. Now is when your path and his path begin to merge. Now is when all your waiting begins to make sense. Now is when the ache turns into awareness. Now is when what you felt coming finally arrives. Don't mistake this slow beginning for uncertainty. I am a God of intentional movement. I start things quietly to test your faith before I release them publicly. The car has been parked for 3 days because the number 3 represents resurrection, rebirth, divine timing. The old part of your life is ending. A new chapter is rising. This is the moment everything starts to live again. Child, open your window. Look out, not with fear, but with faith. Imagine what's coming. See with your spiritual eyes what your physical eyes can't yet grasp. He is watching because he's been guided. You are being watched not for danger, but for destiny. The two of you are being pulled by me, like stars drawn to a gravitational force that cannot be explained, only a bad. This is the type of moment that changes your bloodline, that heals your childhood, that rewrites the future for everyone after you. When I write love stories, I don't write them to entertain. I write them to transform. In this story, your story is already being told in heaven. Take a deep breath right now. Feel that peace? That's not in your imagination. That's me. Wrapping this message around your heart like a blanket. Covering your soul in knowing. Covering your doubts in clarity. This moment will never come again quite like this. But it will return, soon, through a conversation, a movement, a moment that will look small, but change everything. And when it happens, come back to this message. Read it again. Let your heart say, God told me. I knew it. I was ready. as you are ready. You are always ready. I will not let this pass you by. I will not let fear take this from you. I will not let the enemy confuse this divine moment. Because I am in it. And I am with you. Always,